You ever held anything this big in your hand before? I believe that.
That's the brown part of my toilet paper roll after I took a nice manly shit.
It didn't take long for us to get into that, did it?
You know what I'm saying? Nope.
What's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here. Once again, my good friend, Brother Stogie. Say hello to the people.
Say hello to the people. Titan fan.
Brother Stogie, if this is any indication as to what we're going to be talking about today, I think the rest should be pretty obvious.
Yes, yo, Titan fan, welcome to the special edition giveaway episode of the Don't Dick Cigar giveaway from the Cigar Titans.
That's right, and as we promised in a previous episode, we were going to smoke one of these double D's, and we were going to sit here and record to see how long it took us to get through this.
Yes, so we are not getting ready to do it right here, right now.
Right.
We're getting ready to go off camera, finish watching this football game, and we're going to smoke this, and we'll add these B-roll footage as you're getting ready to see in a few seconds of how this went.
You ready to get started?
Let's give it to him.
So, Brother Stogie, before we get started smoking these big cigars,
yes,
let's remind the people just how big these sticks really are.
So this was this is a 140 ring gauge by 8-inch cigar. Okay, don't hold it like that, bro. Okay, typical.
You're just used to holding big things like that. You know what I'm saying?
My wife was used to holding big things like that.
Well, I live alone, so.
We're gonna get out the topic real quick. All right, back to the cigar. So, what the hell was I gonna say? You threw me off. Shit. You go. I forgot. Threw me off. Totally inappropriate.
So we were talking about the size of the cigars,
yeah.
140 by about 8 inches roughly.
Yes. So what we're gonna see today, we're gonna see if there's any real flavor transitions, how strong this type of cigar is. Is it worth smoking this type of cigar? Sure, you should just keep it in your humidor as
a gag.
As a gag.
Yeah,
you know
I can almost guarantee you there is no point in smoking a cigar.
Or just a flaunt in front of the homie who don't smoke cigar. I'm like, damn, bro, you smoking a cigar? I'm gonna give him a G. OG, my OG cigar. Don't touch it.
So let's at least attempt to get this cut up and lit on camera. So this is the typical Colibri cutter, and as you can see, like
that's not gonna work. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was going to. Your typical ring gauge cigar that most people smoke is anywhere between 52 and 56 ring gauge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We might get to when we smoke a Placencia, so we might get up to maybe an 80 ring gauge, maybe a 72 or something like that.
Right.
But when you're talking about 140, it's unheard of.
That's right. So what we're going to do is use the official Cigar Titan knife there. I don't know if we can see that. Nope.
There you go. You see the name? You see the name?
See the name. And we're going to attempt to cut this and see just how well this smokes.
We have our drink for this.
So it is not a pretty cut here.
Okay.
And I did a straight cut all the way across. Probably should have gone with a punch because I can already see that this is a relatively flaky mess. There you go.
So I'm gonna go ahead. Darshan, I don't want to hear no shit, but I'm getting ready to treat this cigar like I treat any other cigar. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
And I can tell you already, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get my mouth all the way around that to smoke the whole thing.
We're gonna get this ready. Something like that. So that's what we're looking at. Straight cut with a blade.
All right, so I am gonna start the stopwatch now, and we will come back to this at the end to see just how long it takes us to smoke through this. Now, as a reminder, we asked people to put down their time estimates in the comments below, and the person closest to the correct time for smoking these big cigars will win an 8-pack from the Cigar Titans.
Yes. And this episode is brought to you by, you know, we always have a drink. We done already finished this bottle already, so you know, Brother Stogie feeling real good right about now. This episode is brought to you by On the Rocks Premium Cocktails of Old Fashioned, crafted with nothing but Knob Creek. Oh, right there, yeah. So the bottle was gone, so we already need some more. Fantastic cocktail, already made RTD in a bottle.
I gotta be honest, I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna try to squeeze the tip down a little bit, which I know is gonna constrict some of the airflow there. But I don't know any other way to do this in a way that would allow me to actually smoke this cigar.
Go ahead, show 'em.
This is gonna be miserable.
Show 'em. So how about we do this, cigar? How about we pick two winners?
I'm listening.
Okay, let's do the first winner. Will be the winner who actually gets the amount of time it takes to smoke the cigar from Martinez Cigars themselves.
Okay.
Because they messaged me and told me how long this would take.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And let's get the second winner for the person who gets the right time that we actually last.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
How about that?
Fair enough. Because I can't guarantee that we're going to be able to get through the entire thing here if it's just not a smokable stick.
We're going to try. We're going to try. Cigar Talk is trying to give you a nice little show. So prepare yourself. We'll have beef footage as we go through the hours that it takes to smoke this cigar.
I'm already hating it.
We'll be back with you. So here we are, initial light up. So, highly uncomfortable. Putting something this damn big in my mouth, just letting you know. The boy over there, he started as well. So, very uncomfortable doing this, but we're doing it for the fans. Y'all wanted it, so we're giving it to you. Like I said, very uncomfortable. Just put it in your mouth, trying to drag like we would drag normal cigars. Difficult as well, but we will take it back in with you and see how this goes. Dude.
So, Brother Stogie, we are an hour in. It is officially halftime between the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers.
Yes.
Yep, right now, Green Bay's up by 7.
So what do you think about this gag cigar?
Oh man, I'm just doing it.
Party on the set.
Right.
The hell?
I'm just doing my best to try and keep the focus off of this. I noticed that yours has been burning a lot better than mine has. I've had to do a few relights on this or touch-ups just to keep the burn relatively level. But one of the things that I've noticed while smoking through this big cigar is that it's been a little difficult to get a good draw out of it because the circumference of the cigar is so big I can't get my mouth all the way around it. But Brother Stogie, you haven't had that problem. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, fuck you. Well, I'll keep my statement. However, this has been a very well put together cigar, no matter how big it is, right? The ash, we don't even have to bring it closer to the camera to get it to zoom in because they can see they can see what they need to see right here.
Like it's holding on pretty good.
So I think it's only way I can describe this cigar. I think this is the first third.
It's kind of hard to tell, right?
I think this is the first third. I think it's mild and girthy.
Mild and girthy.
Mild and girthy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No major flavor notes, no flavor transmissions.
Transmissions. We've had a couple old fashions tonight too.
Old fashioned right there, boy. Shit. But you said you got some hints of cinnamon and sugar off of that.
I didn't get so it didn't taste like cinnamon and sugar, but there was a very distinct cinnamon sugar smell that came off of the cigar while I was drawing on it. I haven't had much of that since, so I don't know if it was just a fluke or what, but it was a very distinct smell when I was getting it off of the cigar. I don't know if I mentioned this when we came back on here, but we are about an hour in and probably about 2 inches down so far on this stick.
This ash is literally about Oh shit.
Oh, there it goes. And did you hear that thump?
Shit. That ash was at least a half an inch in diameter.
Yeah, at least. And when it hit the floor, it made a thunderous plump.
Right, we're gonna make sure we show them how much ash just dropped on the studio floor.
That is like literally all the ash you would get off of just one regular cigar.
Right, real shit. Just off the first third of this 140 ring gauge by 8-inch cigar from Martinez Cigars. So, back to this football game we go.
Right, we'll be back probably within the next hour to give another update. So, Brother Stogie,
Yeah.
we are officially 2 hours and 3 minutes in. And we're cruising by. I think I may actually be a little further down on mine as you were.
Because mine went out, so I took a little break.
Right.
I had time out in my body. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been consistently smoking the entire way down. So, I gotta say, I don't think this is gonna last 5 hours.
I don't think it's the last 4 hours.
I don't think so either. I think probably another hour or so into this, be down to right about here, which is probably about as big as the cherry is inside this bad boy, and it's gonna be a wrap.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
The Cigar Dice made this shit happen, y'all. Yes. So, flavor transition. So, no major flavor transition for me. I think it got mild from the first, second, third,
Right.
to even more mild by this last third that we coming into. I think it's a nice, real, even for a gag cigar, I think it's a nice, comfortable smoke. Outside of having to fucking extend our jaws
Right.
out more than what we should.
Yeah. It's definitely not a pleasurable experience by any means, having to sit there and cock your jaw back. No
wrong
pun
words,
intended.
bro. Wrong words, bro.
No pun intended.
You are not using any of the right nouns, pronouns, and adjectives during this episode.
So we'll go ahead and get into what I am assuming is the final third here.
Yes.
See if we can knock this out, and then we will come back with the official final time.
Yes.
We'll see you guys in a few. Great.
That's called a nub. 140 ring gauge cigar nub.
Yeah. Well, we're finally done.
Yeah.
So you tapped out a little early, starting to get a little strong, Brother Stogie.
Got it. Yeah.
So what happened?
I don't know. Just by the time we got into this final third, I kind of tapped out like Ken Shamrock doing that foot lock. You know what I'm saying? That's 1, 2, 3. Done. Out. Couldn't do it no more. Just, I don't know. For some reason, that strength is built up, and just like the that strong. It was like a strong tobacco.
Right.
Like a real strong tobacco. No flavors or nothing. Just a real strong tobacco at the end. And I just found myself, the more puffs I took, the more almond M&Ms I was eating.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To try to balance out the strength of the final third. And so to prevent myself, you know what I'm saying, from putting extra weight right here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to tap out because it's too strong. Because it's forcing me to eat more than what I should be eating right about now. So I tapped out at what? 2 hours and 30 minutes?
It's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
So I went the extra mile here, and you can see the official time. I'm going to stop it right now because I am officially done. Down to the nub there is 3 hours and 27 seconds for the official time.
Yes.
This was not as terrible as I thought it was going to be starting off. There was a lot of the cigar bits that were getting into my mouth, and I definitely got a little bit of that as I was smoking through the cigar. You know, towards the second half of the cigar, it started to burn a little bit better. I didn't have to do as many touch-ups on that because, like I said before, you know, when you're drawing on it, it's hard to get a good, you know, wrap around the cigar when you're puffing on it, just so that no extra air is getting in and you're actually drawing that smoke through the cigar. Second half wasn't as big of an issue because some of that cigar had already burned down, and so I was getting a little bit of a better draw there on the smoke. But this wasn't, I'll tell you, it wasn't pleasant. I didn't enjoy doing this.
But it wasn't terrible. I think the most unpleasant portion for Brother Stogie is having to put my mouth around something so uncomfortable. I don't plan on doing that again. You know what I'm saying? At all. It's fun if you want to like give someone like a nice white elephant gift for Christmas, or congrats for when your homeboy got married. So we're gonna give him something that's fun and amusing. But to go ahead and smoke that on a regular basis, or just to be a total a-hole just to impress somebody, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think this was a one and done for me. These gag cigars are hilarious. I'm sure people are gonna get a kick out of this. But yeah, I mean, the other thing too, I'll tell you, like I was expecting to have more of like just be exhausted at the end of this, and
my jaw was exhausted.
Yeah, it does. It hurts. It does hurt a little bit when you're sitting there with 140 ring gauge trying to puff on that for 2 hours and 30 minutes or 3 hours. It does tend to get a little tiresome after a while, but here we are.
So go ahead, Darshan. Go ahead, Brother Hampton. Throw them all on in there. Put all the jokes you want. My Halil, go ahead, throw them all in there. You know what I'm saying? If you got some, Brother Wolf, add them on in there. We know they coming.
Actually, I'd like to know down below, what's the biggest ring gauge cigar you've ever smoked?
And would you attempt, for the sake of pleasing somebody or just to have a good time, would you try a 140 size ring gauge? Whew.
So on the next video, Brother Stogie, we will announce the winner. I know that there were several comments down there that were pretty close to that 3 hour time limit. We'll go ahead, find out who was the closest, and we'll announce the winner in the next video.
And we're gonna do two.
We're gonna do two. That's right.
We're gonna do one that guessed the time frame that was closest to Brother Stogie's quitting time.
Yep.
And we'll do one that was closest to Cigar Titan's finishing time.
So, Brother Stogie, before we go, what was the official smoke time from the Martinez Cigar Company?
According to Martinez Cigars themselves, it was 4 hours and some change.
4 hours and some change. So then we must have puffed the shit out of this thing and got through it, because we shaved an entire hour and some change off of that.
But we weren't like smoking like just to finish it. Like
No.
we watched an entire football game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 49ers. They did that. So the GOAT is out. Peace out, cheeseheads. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for the Rams tomorrow.
Right.
But we weren't smoking to finish it. We were smoking like we smoke any one of our cigars.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Without the extensive jaw opening.
So, Brother Stogie, that's all the time we have for today.
And we are tired of shit. So I hope y'all enjoyed this damn video. Subscribe to the damn channel.
That's right.
I'm exhausted. I was tired. Leave your comments, like the video, hit the bell for new notifications every time Cigar Titan's posts a new video for y'all. Until next time, live how you smoke how you live. And that's smooth, baby.
See you guys next week.